A modern drug cartel today does not require a standing army or physical borders to move its product. By using a single laptop, a coordinator can manage global distribution networks that process millions of dollars in narcotics every day. This scale is visible in illicit crypto data. Between January and September 2025, over $1.85 billion flowed into 5 major nodes, the largest Russian darknet markets. 2 nodes, Blacksprut and Mega, handle thousands of daily transactions, operating outside traditional law enforcement using encrypted networks. This digital economy did not emerge by accident. Every one of these platforms relies on a specific technical blueprint engineered over a decade ago by one individual. Ross Ulbricht was a 20-something physics student and a former Eagle Scout. He spent much of his time studying radical libertarian philosophy, which eventually shaped his vision for the internet. In 2011, Ulbricht adopted the pseudonym Dread Pirate Roberts and launched an underground website called the Silk Road. When federal agents arrested him in 2013, they seized his laptop. Forensic imaging of that machine recovered thousands of chat logs, server credentials, and transaction records that detail the inner workings of a global narcotics exchange. Ulbricht intended to build a system that bypassed government oversight entirely. His implementation of specific, anonymous technologies created a template for an underground economy that law enforcement struggled to even identify. The Silk Road relied on 2 primary technologies to remain hidden. First, the site was hosted on the Tor network. Tor is a routing system that bounces internet traffic through random relays worldwide to obscure the physical locations of users. Second, all transactions required the use of Bitcoin, a decentralized electronic currency. To further hide the money trail, Ulbricht utilized a tumbler. This tool processes Bitcoin payments through a series of dummy transactions before they reach the seller, making it difficult for investigators to link specific buyers to specific purchases on the public blockchain. This architecture allowed the site to scale rapidly. By March 2013, the Silk Road hosted 10,000 products for sale. With 70, Clark encouraged Ulbricht to use the Dread Pirate Roberts persona to build a mythos around the site's leadership. In this chat log, Clark asked if he is familiar with the character, a name passed to a successor to ensure the reputation remains immortal. While the site's original terms of service prohibited items intended to harm or defraud, those rules were compromised as the platform began generating hundreds of millions of dollars in sales. When users threatened the site's security or attempted extortion, Ulbricht abandoned his non-aggression principles. Paragraph 4 of the indictment details how he pursued violent means, including the solicitation of martyr for hire to protect the enterprise. Ulbricht paid undercover agents tens of thousands of dollars for what he believed were staged executions of his enemies. He even requested photographic evidence of the dead bodies to confirm the hits were successful. Under the pressure of protecting a criminal empire, the idealistic student had been replaced. The Dread Pirate Roberts had become a cartel kingpin willing to kill to maintain his profits. In October 2013, the FBI shut down the Silk Road servers and arrested Ulbricht in a San Francisco library while he was logged in as a site administrator. The investigation eventually led to the capture of Clark as well. For his role in founding and operating the marketplace, Ulbricht was convicted on multiple counts and sentenced to life in prison. Law enforcement successfully closed the original Silk Road, but the technical blueprint for the market had already been widely distributed and improved upon by others. The 2026 darknet landscape is significantly more complex. Platforms like OMG process massive volumes of illicit crypto while directly interacting with mainstream exchanges to cash out funds. Modern operators have evolved to avoid Ulbricht's mistakes. Many now use kamikaze passwords, which allow an administrator to instantly destroy their account and wipe all evidence if they suspect their hardware has been compromised. Active forums like Dread now function as a collective intelligence network where users share technical evasion tactics and coordinate ransomware attacks across the globe. This sophisticated digital infrastructure connects the hidden activities of the dark web directly to the physical consequences of the global drug trade. Ross Ulbricht is serving a life sentence in a federal cell, but the decentralized architecture he introduced remains the standard for the multi-billion-dollar darknet markets processing transactions right now.